Hello YouTube, my name is Matt in the Hat and this is my YouTube channel Zephyr's Gambit. Today I am honored and privileged to be running a D&D 5th edition session for these wonderful fellows of mine from overseas and from Australia. We have with us Corey and Mary. We have Chloe over here. And we have Emily over there. They will be playing their characters who they will introduce in just a moment. Last time, we went to deal with the wolf problem in Madeliner's, on Madeliner's property. And when we went to investigate that, we found the wolves had actually waylaid the caravan that we were also waiting for. In addition to that, just before we went and did that, we looked around town a bit. We went to the stables to try and hire some horses, and we found that the stable owner, that he was not around, and that's very unusual for him. And after a good deal of searching, we found him bound and gagged in his own cellar. But when we tried to untie him, whenever the ropes were moved, his limbs also moved in strange ways. So we decided to not untie him, because otherwise we would do him some very awkward pain. And that's pretty much everything that's happened. After the wolf fight, several of our characters were not so well off, and so we went to the homestead itself and had some food and have had some rest, and we feel ready to embark once more. As far as objectives, we currently have two. The first objective is to track down a thing called Fangalroot, which the caravan master spoke out. He named the route before he slumped back into unconsciousness. And the second thing is to figure out what the heck is going on with this rope that is tying up the stable master. So those are our two objectives right now, and obviously getting the caravan back to town, curing the caravan master, so that we can depart on the road to get our inheritance. So I'll get everyone to introduce themselves. Chloe, who are you playing?
I'm playing as Wanda, the wood elf. She's a noble, she's a druid, and she has recently run away from home due to a scandalous secret. And she's, upon her journey, she's met the group of people on her adventure. So yeah.
Okay. Emily, who are you playing?
My character is Madalena Shaw, and she is a ranger. Grew up as a homesteader when she met these people.
All right. Corey.
Yeah, my name is Corey. I am playing Zook Garrick, goes by Sparky. He is a gnomish artificer. He's got a big gun, well, much larger than him gun, that seems to make a lot of noise and kills things rather quickly, actually, as we saw. And he felt like pretty crappy after this whole thing, seeing that he almost died.
Yep. And Mary.
I'm playing Luke Caspian. who is officer in training, and she is taking a small break as she decides to pursue this inheritance note that obviously is fated for her.
Okay. And could you reload for us, please?
Yeah, I was saying you need to reload. You're a robot.
All right. Good old Hangouts and internet and everything else. So, thank you for that, Eric. So we are where we are. So it is now over to you guys as to what you would like to do next.
Onward.
Well, I'm assuming it's the morning, right?
It can be.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, where I would like to start. I would like to start the next morning. Mad, did your family make us breakfast and such? Is there something for us to sit down to and such?
Absolutely. So Mother has prepared eggs and hot cakes and, well, things that look like hot cakes. And I mean, there's a bounty there.
Awesome. Now, the cool thing is that, after almost dying last night, Sparky couldn't sleep very good. So, when he walks in, he's scratching his eyes. He's not looking the best. Again, he almost died the day before. So he's looks a little way skittish, so on and so forth. But he comes over to the table. I assume everybody's there already. And he goes, angry.
Yes.
I was wandering around a bit last night, and I found there was a workshop in one of the barns. I hope it's okay that I used it.
She looks over at her father, who's kind of sitting at the end of the table, and he just kind of shrugs his shoulders, and she says, yeah, not a problem at all.
Okay,
I mean,
cool. Well,
you weren't mishandling.
oh, sorry. No, very respectful. I actually organized it a bit. It was a bit disheveled for my taste. Sorry.
Organized? Oh, okay.
No, not so that all the same type of tools together, and so on and so forth. We not really moving anything, just making so that it made a bit more sense. And he looks kind of happy of himself.
Oh,
I hope that's
well,
okay, sir.
thank you.
No problem. But whilst I was in there last night, I tinkered a few things. And he reaches into his pack, and the first thing he pulls out is a what looks like a little music box, and it's got a little girl on top of it, who looks a bit maybe out of her place, and so on and so forth, and he sets that down right in front of Wonder, and he goes, "I made this for you. You're very quickly giving me a different feeling of your family. I'm sorry that we started off on the wrong foot the other day." And he opens it up, and it plays a cute little tune, and it's "This is for you. Please keep it."
Sparky likes you when he starts handing out gifts.
Shh.
And so I received a gift, and very unusual how I
you don't have to
from someone.
You don't have to say anything. It's okay. Just a little peace offering. I know me and your family have been a bit at odds over the years.
Is there any catch to it, or just
No. You know what I mean? And that's when he turns it on, and it plays a cute little song. You know what I mean? It's once it's once it's done playing, it's fine. There's no, I promise. And then Ustas is there, but So in front of him, he sets just a little device. It's like a little square. It's got his favorite thing in the whole world in it, a button on top of it. And he pushed that button, and it's a rudimentary lighter, basically. And he goes, "This will help you, create fire and all kinds of things, here, Ustas. That will be very handy for you."
As Usta looks at it, he sort of asks how it works, and you show him, and he takes it, and he presses the button just like you did. But when he presses the button, all of a sudden, he just vanishes, and the box falls to the ground.
I didn't intend that to happen.
What's going
That's a bit
on?
weird.
It looks something like a ghost, a Ghostbusters capturing.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna.
You're gonna call Ghostbusters.
And I shake it a few times. I'm like, "Are you in there?"
And you hear a knocking
Oh,
on the box.
well, I'm gonna put you in my pack, and we'll deal with that when I get back to the shop. So sorry, buddy. I pushed that button like 50 times last night. I didn't do that.
I didn't know. I've seen illuminators before, but I've never seen them do that.
Yeah,
I just hope he doesn't
you've
use
seen it.
all
I made one for you one time, Livy.
Well,
But
yeah,
anyways, sorry. That's nothing too heavy. And then the second to last thing that he takes out what looks like a small, cute little cow, and he sets that down in front of his good friend Angry, as he calls her, and it's got a little crank in the side. He winds it up.
Put by someone just using one of your devices and suddenly vanishing.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I'm sorry, I got to push this along, buddy. Because the most important one is the one that I'm doing last. So,
Well, hurry up.
Yeah, sorry. So, the last one he pulls out here, and it's a stone, and it's got a carving of what looks like two friends, maybe holding hands. And he sets that down in front of Livy, and he goes, "I'll tell you about that in a bit. Remember when I told you I was working on the sending stones, where we'd be able to talk to each other, once a day, with confidence? I figured it out last night. It only works between you and I, though."
she's just like, "This is fabulous. I can't wait to try it." Like she'll start. Like so. How do I hold it? Do I squeeze it? Whisper to it?
Well, we'll talk a bit more. And, yeah. And it does nothing, until, well, I guess you could, but then we wouldn't be able to use it again for 24 hours. So let's not do that right now.
Not yet. And she's like,
yeah. Well, not quite. That's usually only an emergency, maybe. But the nice thing is, I think I made it work so that even if you're on a different plane of existence, it might work. It's kind of cool.
You should have given
it yet.
You should have given it to us stars at this point now.
Yeah, it looks like it. And I pick up the box again, and I go, "You in there, buddy?" And that's where I'll go off. And he's trying to figure out like what's going on with Ustas being in.
Okay, come on. Can you grab that, please?
Yeah.
Which one came?
Up you get.
Say to Sparky, it's like, "Oh, don't worry, you'll get stars out soon enough because you're the inventor. The inventor will always be able to figure out how to undo what they do."
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
All right.
I'll get it.
Cool. So,
we'll get him out of there.
Are you guys happy to go down to the southeast, which was the direction of the Fangalroot? Being that was the most recent thing that you guys were looking at doing.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm
I'll
sure
wait. So
Sparky does too.
yeah. All right, so we head off. We gather anything that you guys obviously need for your little trek. It's not very far, you don't think. Maybe a couple of hours. So you start on your trek, and this is where you come to. I'm going to change the map.
I walk 500 miles.
All right, and so you come to a stream, and you're able to see a fair way up and down the stream. Obviously, there's rocks and trees and all sorts of things. The stream is not very wide. In fact, you think that a very athletic person could probably take a running jump and maybe get across. But
I'll take the honor.
it'd be fairly hard for someone that's not athletic to do that. As you gaze down at the stream, the water looks clear and pure, and you know, it's still fairly early morning, but you know, it wasn't a cold, especially cold night, so it's probably fairly refreshing, the water. So it's very easily wadeable, you think, and there is a fallen trunk of a tree that is lying across the stream. It has moss that's completely covering it. It looks very slippery. In fact, some of the dew, the morning dew, is still clinging to the moss. And you think upon a first glance that that's probably quite dangerous, as it looks extremely slippery, quite damp, very dark green moss. And when moss is dark green, it's usually very algae and very, very slippery. But the stream itself doesn't seem that wide, and certainly not that deep. And the water looks nice enough. Otherwise, there is over here an outcropping, and the stream is the least wide there. You could possibly jump that, but the opposite shore does look a little bit muddy, and maybe because of the jump, you know, you might land too hard and maybe get stuck. But yeah, it's up to you guys what you do. Obviously, you can see what you can see there, and you guys take the reins.
So as Wanda explores the creek bed, she finds footprints as if an animal has actually probably taken a drink out of the creek. The footprints aren't like regular animals. They're somewhat different, like half human, half animal sort of thing. So looks very inhabited. She gazes into the creek a little bit more further, almost falls in, doesn't fall in because of slipperiness. And she asks Mad if she's ever seen these footprints before.
Do I need to make any checks or? Because
So are they humanoid in size and
yeah, they're
and shape?
humanoid. Yes, they're humanoid.
Yeah. So what makes them different to a human's footprints then?
They're a lot bigger, so not like an average foot size.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much bigger? Like 1.5 times, 2 times, 5 times.
Probably,
Dinner
uh,
plate.
pardon?
Sorry. Nothing.
Probably like 2 times.
So they're about 2 times the size of a normal footprint.
Yeah.
In all other ways, they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Are they? Is it a shoe print or a footprint?
It's a footprint.
Okay, so I don't imagine that you would have seen anything like this before. Being from a homestead, you've seen plenty of different animal prints, but you've never seen a footprint of a human quite that large. If you want to make a history check, if you think that you might have heard of something that's big, then you can, but it doesn't sound like something that Madalina would necessarily have heard about, but someone else might.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking Living would do, is like if she sees the ladies discussing footprints, she'd probably look over. And what does her history of lore tell her with the Mighty 11? Oh,
Mighty 11?
that must be a really big man.
You do remember seeing some writing about some larger humanoids, but it was some time ago. Excuse me, some time ago, like over 50 years ago. You're reading a passage about something that was near the city, but not right near the city, so a couple of hours. And what it was saying is that to the southeast, there was what they termed to be large kin. So large kin. And that these large kin would trade with farmers, especially in like mammoth fur and things like that, and mammoth cheese. And in return, farmers would give them implements and things that they might need.
Okay.
And but they haven't been heard of in years or decades. And they might be in the folk tales of the homesteaders, maybe, but being that they haven't been around for ages, it would be like an old wives' tale.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is right up her alley, especially old wives' tale, because she's in the weird kind of lore of stuff, and it's like, and so she probably take a look at other girls, seeing what they're looking like. Large kid, or someone has really big feet, but I'm pretty sure it's large kid. And kind of divulge some of the stuff, like they would do some trade for like they work with kind of get like some mammoth milk to do cheese and such, and yeah, and so
Right
but,
now, if Sparky looks in the book, is there a passage about large kin in his book of monsters?
No,
such?
No, certainly not. And as you look in the book, you hear some feverish knocking on that box.
I'm sorry, buddy. And he taps on it a couple times. I'm telling you, I'll figure it out here. We just need to. I'm sorry.
It's like especially violent while
Okay.
you have the book open, and then when you close it again,
Yeah.
it sort of
So,
dies.
I closed the book, put it back in my pack. I'm mindful to put it. It has like 2 compartments, maybe like like a messenger bag, and I'm mindful to put the book in one compartment and the container in the other.
Okay. Good plan. All right. So
Yeah, you know what I mean. Sparky would come over here to this area. Now, is this a ridge a little bit here, like right in this area?
yeah, where you are, it's a little bit higher than the rest. So you couldn't lower yourself into the water at this stage because the water is some 5 feet below you there. But you could take a running jump and leap over to the other side. But like I said, the opposite shore looks quite muddy, and you think you might sink into it. Maybe you'll be fine. But that's where the stream is the most narrow.
Right. And but he's using his technologically advanced mind, and thinking that if he gets a little bit more elevation, he'll be able to jump further because it's just simple physics. And but at the same time, he's kind of interested in looking over in this region. How high is that? It looks like it's higher.
So it continues about the same level as this, but as you look
Much wider.
as you're looking up that way, you can see that the way starts being obscured by brambles and things.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, he was just interested. Again, he's trying to use physics to his advantage. So. Yeah. All right. Well, ladies, he'd make his way back over.
Hang on. Mary? Echoing. You need either headphones or muting. Thank you. Okay, now you can go.
Okay. Yeah. So he would certainly, have done the research that he wanted to do, of looking around and such, and he feels as if maybe we take a rope, that we might be able to make it much more passable in that area down here, and
Sure.
that to make it so that it was a little more steady, and that one of the taller folk, because not really going to be great for me, might want to maybe make their way first.
All right. What was the acrobatics for, Mary?
Demonstrate her incredible nimbleness as she crosses over the log.
Oh, that's weird.
She's going to try the wooden
You're a
log.
robot again, girl.
It's fine. All right, so she'll try the wooden log. And what is Madalina doing as this is all going on? Livy's just about to cross the wooden log. Wanda is looking around at these strange footprints.
She's gonna join Livy. I mean, she's gonna watch and make sure that she crosses okay first, but
Yeah.
she would like to also proceed across the log.
Okay. Livy, you get to about halfway across and you fall in over here.
But she
Awesome.
slips or
Yeah, she
Oh.
slips,
Well,
falls off, and you are in the water. Now,
Zook laughs.
the water goes to almost your waist, not quite. So it's about halfway between your knees and your waist. It's cool, somewhat refreshing, but as you land in the water and sort of whenever you fall, you're not taking damage because you didn't fall that far. So you fall, you land in the water. It's quite muddy. So could you make me a strength check, please, as you land in the mud? Okay. You're stuck quite solidly. You feel the mud like, again, halfway between your ankle and your knee. So it's rising up to like your calves sort of thing. And as you feel this mud, you also feel something wet and damp, or wet and like cold, slapping up against your legs. The river water, no. It's solid, whatever it is. And before you get to act anymore, you can say something freely, obviously, but you're not sure exactly what it is just yet. You're feeling this sort of.
Just what? Okay. Huh?
Yep. All right. That'll about do it. All right. So what's everyone else doing? Is she sort of squeals for a second, lands in the water. She's like, "I'm okay." She's like, "What's that?" What's everyone else's reaction?
Wanda yells out, "Don't move. Whatever you do, do not move." We need to come up with a quick plan to try and get Libby out as quick as possible. Just stay calm.
Seeing the splash and hearing the commotion, Sparky would come quickly for his friend. And
you are effectively in combat, mate. For this.
Okay, so then I'm still over here. That's fine. Not a problem.
How fast is the river moving? Or creek or whatever it is.
It's just a standard stream. It's like not enough to like push Livy over. It's pleasant.
Frog.
Maybe slightly faster than like absolutely perfect, but it's not dangerous.
Livy, what are you doing?
Right now I am trying to pull my out and figure out what this log something bumping into me is.
Corey, you can move 30 feet, but that would be your movement.
25 feet.
Or 25 feet.
1, 2. Okay, let's do some measurements.
All right. So you've said don't move. And Madalena, are you doing anything?
She is. The log's covered in this slick
moss.
Okay.
And like
I'm
Livy
sure
is half covered in it. Like you can see her in the water, and like where she slipped, her whole front is just like slicked with this green slimy stuff.
Okay. Is the is the log have is it like a bridge-ish thing, or is it in the water?
It's
like,
over the water.
All right, can I see under it from where I'm standing? Or can I see Livy from where I am?
No, you cannot.
I cannot. Okay.
You know where she fell, though.
Right. But if I was to come to here, that's as far as I can travel, can I see her from there?
Absolutely see her, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he'll move over to here. And what he does is he pulls out the rope out of his bag. And he has he has some like almost like stakes, you know what I mean? Like wooden stakes. They look rather large to him, but it's just to a regular person, it's just a stake size. And he ties the stake around the rope around the stake, and he tosses the rope to Livy. Hoping that she'll hold on to the wooden end, and we can pull her out.
Alrighty.
Okay, come on, ladies, we'll pull her out. She'll be fine.
Yep, so you throw your rope.
I'm
At that
perfectly.
point, Livy.
Yeah.
Something tries to bite you, but you don't know until it succeeds or does not. So let's find out what happens. So plus. Oh yeah. So
Ow!
yep, it's gonna hurt. So 1 second.
Son of a gun.
Son of a gun. Yeah, you thought I was gonna say bitch, didn't you?
Well, you say it so often.
Do I?
I'm sorry, Livy. You take
You
19 points of damage.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That's
It's not-
almost a
it's
perfect roll.
Saturday. Wow, you guys hear this sharp ouch? And it just squeak out of her, slumps into the water.
Ah.
Yeah, and everyone else, you don't see what is happening. All you see or hear is Livy scream. She slumps into the water, and there's a great big gush of blood that sort of rushes to the top of the water, or the surface of the water.
Come back.
And that would be an initiative roll. If I have
Yeah,
a-
clearly. Jeez, you're crazy.
Does this count as an arrow to the knee?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so we're going to go over here.
Yep.
And we're going to click on our initiative button, which is 4. No token was selected. We have to select your token. Now we can. There we go. So it actually says. All right, and everyone who rolled initiative can also roll a perception check for me, please. Except for Livy, who.
Yeah, and I got a 10, Matt, if you didn't see it in the chat.
All right.
Perception.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's awesome. And I will roll for these guys as well. Initiative for them is. Wow.
Them. Oh, snaps.
Yeah, I love the word them. I think there's more them.
Holy crapola. That's okay. At least they've already gone this round. TPK. Yeah. No TPKs. All right.
Everybody in.
So I've got
Dive.
to add them there like that, and then we go organize, right, like that, and put this over here, so it's not too bad. They've already had their turn. Livy, apparently you're up, so I need you to make a death save.
I'll do that as soon as I remember where to click for the death
Yeah,
saves.
actually, Matt, you're now getting a little strange.
I cannot.
I mean, with the connection.
Yeah, I can't reload because it'll stop. I think. I mean, I can try, but it might stop. Do you want me to try?
I would. You know, it's super. It's like you're skipping.
You reloaded?
Yeah. So this is the game of the vets almost dying in every combat, apparently.
Everyone
I'm pretty
gets
sure he has something against you and I. He's just taking it out on us,
Yeah,
the noobs.
Yeah, he's got it. That's all right. We'll make the noobs look fantastic, and the vets gonna look like schmucks.
Okay, so it looks okay. All right, so you fail your
much better, much better.
save. And it is Madeline's turn.
Sparky, give me your rope. I'm gonna try and see if I can make it across and help Livy.
All right, so she's in the
Yeah,
water.
absolutely.
She's floated to the surface. She's not floating away because the water is not fast enough. But there is a lot of blood.
Like stuck.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to like use something to try and grab hold of her? Do you want to just try and grab a hold of her with your hands?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's close enough to my side that I can grab her out of the water.
In her current position, not really.
Okay, but if I like,
you'd have to move to like here, and then you would like lie down on the trunk of the slippery tree, and you might be able to grab her. But so if someone grabs you, and then you put your hand down and then grab her out, that's possible. You could also come down here. The water is only about a foot thick, a foot deep. In that space there. So,
And where was that, Matt?
like closer to the
Where I was standing.
Yeah, that's only about a foot deep there.
Okay.
Sparky, why don't let me borrow your rope? I'll tie it around my waist and I'll try to make it carefully across this log so I can reach Livy.
But the other end's in the water. So if they may pull you in.
Can you pull it out? What?
Not right this moment. It's not my turn.
It's not my turn. Okay. God.
Shoot at the water, Matt. Angry. Shoot at it.
Well,
hit
with your
Livy.
perception, you got a really good perception. So Madalina and Sparky would both say
Whoa.
Looks like piranha.
Yeah.
That we would call that these days.
A piranha in the Amazon.
So there's a great swarm of these fish. Basically, they're everywhere. They're not just it's not one big fish. It's a whole heap of very, very small fish, but they have very sharp teeth.
Okay. So there's no way I'm going to be able to, just pick them off one by one with my expert bow skills.
Yeah, you think that might be ineffective, being that there's a whole stack of them.
Yeah,
They're just
exactly.
everywhere. The water is almost like, it's like that they also blend in with the water very well. Their scales like reflect the light just like water does, and that's why you couldn't see them.
Wonderful.
Can I try to retract Sparky's rope?
Yeah, I mean that's easy.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can walk
put it
over to
back
me.
in.
You know.
Yeah, I mean it's not looped around Livy, right? You didn't make like a round them up hook.
No, I, the idea was I was trying to make a handle so that she, we tied her on a handle and I could pull her out.
Yeah. So she
Yeah,
could
yeah.
have grabbed it, but then.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you can pull the rope back in if you want, or you can. I don't know what else you want to do. So you could pull the rope in and then make like a lasso and try and throw it around her or something, but in the water it's going to be difficult.
So I think what she would do is retract the rope, tie it around her waist, and try to make her way across the log so that she can get to Livy as best she can.
All right. The rope will make it easier for you. You won't get advantage, but it will make it easier.
And she'll ask like Wander and Sparky to hold the opposite end, and
of course.
Nope. I got it better. Yep. If you let me do an incidental thing here, Matt, that'd be cool. He'll take that end where he took the spike. Basically it was just a spike, and he's got his weapon is a light hammer, and he takes it and he hammers it into the ground.
Okay. Sure.
Perfect.
Make your check. Alana.
What kind of check, please?
It will be an athletics check.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trained in athletics, so just
That's
click
okay.
on it and okay.
All right.
Oh no.
So you do end up here, okay? You start slipping, but Sparky notices and will take the slack up and wrap it further around the peg that is hammered into the ground, and it will stop you from falling. However, you're sort of half hanging off the piece of wood. It is very, very slippery. So you're not falling off, but it's a little bit awkward. All right. And the only reason you haven't fallen off is because of his quick thinking. And that will be your turn, unless you want to say anything.
Thanks, Sparky.
And
I got
Wanda.
you.
So what I would do is I would help out Livy and Mad. So I would shoot my bow and hope I've actually got another bit of rope as well. So I'll tie the rope around the what's it called?
It's an arrow.
Arrow, that's it. Thank you. The arrow, and I'll try and push it against, like, try and attach it to sort of like
The other side.
the other side.
Okay.
So hopefully that Livy could actually pull herself up. And-
Okay. Well, let us try that then. Because I had to reload.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. You can do that.
Yeah.
So you shoot your bow. And are you holding the other end of the rope, or?
Yeah, I'm holding on the other end of the rope.
All right. So there's a rope. Zoop.
Mm-hmm. If Livy could probably try and hoist herself up.
She's dead
And
or
Oh,
unconscious.
She is unconscious.
Okay, she's unconscious. Okay. So I basically used one of Sharpie's pegs to peg.
Well, he's all the way over there.
He can throw it to me, can't he?
On his turn, he can.
Yeah, when he has his turn, he can throw it to me, and then.
So you can ready that for next turn.
Yeah.
So you've done your action.
Mhm.
You're like, Sparky, throw me a peg, and that'll be your turn. And
Yeah.
then next time, you can use the peg.
Okay, easy.
All right, Sparky, you've just had someone say, throw me a peg. I consider that a bonus
All right,
action.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Can I do that as like a bonus or incidental action? You know what I mean? I grab it in my pack, I pull it out, throw it over to Wonder. And then he's secured that to the ground, so he doesn't have to secure that any longer. He takes off the boomstick, and he wants to do this. He's gonna get over here and walk closer to Wonder. Right here at the edge of the water. Now I know that kind of looks like it puts me in the water, so if I have to go back one, that's fine.
That's fine.
And I'm going to aim the boomstick right into the mass of what I see is near Livy, and hoping between the extraordinarily loud noise that it makes and the disturbance of the water that maybe it'll give us some time that we will be able to figure out what we're going to do next.
All right, make that attack.
Okay, let's do it. I like this one this time. Good choice. That is a 12 plus 16.
All right. You're shooting into the water, correct?
Yes, into the water. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make, create a large disturbance.
Yeah, it would be disadvantage to actually hit them.
I do have disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. He's not so much trying to actually hit the fish themselves. He's just trying to scare them. You know what I mean? So.
Well, do you want to roll
directly aiming
disadvantage
at
anyway, like just in case your disadvantage still hits them?
Yeah. The disadvantage is a 14 instead of 16.
Yeah, you still hit them.
Okay.
So roll your damage.
2d6. That is 6, 8, 2, 10 damage.
Okay, so they take 5. You said 8, didn't you?
8 plus 2 is 10.
Yeah, so they take 5. And yeah, there's Big Bang and more blood in the water. And you're yet to see the result of that, whether they swim away or... Mary, how come I have you here twice? I have a 10 and I have a 16. I'll just delete the 10, right? I'm just deleting the 10. Okay. So
because now she's not shown on mine at all. But anyways, it doesn't matter.
I have it here on 16, so
yeah.
all good. So it is the piranha's turn. No one else is in the water. Okay. So in effect, what happens is the swarm the swarm of fish basically obscures Livy's body as they sort of swim all around her and over her and around her, and she starts to sink because of the weight of all of them swimming over and around her. And so her body is a lot harder to see and a lot harder to get. As they are in a bit of a frenzy. Because this is a fun game, the idea is that we don't have permanent death, but her body is sinking away into the water. It's not that deep, but because of the writhing mass of all of these fish, it's very hard to see her. Okay, so that is their turn. Livy, I need another death save from you, please.
But the shot didn't seem to discourage them from doing anything, right?
It has not seemed to discourage them. That is a success. 1 success and 1 failure. It feels like the worst spa in the world. Madalina, what are you doing?
I like my dream sequence.
It's very good.
So Corey, did Sparky kind of tie off the rope here, and so I don't have any more rope to go, or?
Yes, it's tied off.
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty taut right at this point. I mean, I would think that you have, all the slack. There's no slack in the rope at all. I mean, it's a pretty straight line too.
Okay.
So you could use that to pull yourself back up if you turned around.
What do I? I just don't know what to do. My character, her flaw is that.
Use the rope
Yes?
to pull yourself back up, and then see how she has that rope there. If you use your bow, you might be able to snare it towards yourself, and then use the two of them as a bracing, and then maybe lean down and grab Livy at least to pull her out of the water a bit. You're a pretty strong girl, it looks like.
Yeah, just jump in the water and grab Livy. Don't worry, there's no fish in there.
That is not all. That is not at all what I said, dead Livy.
It wasn't Livy who said that. Livy's passed out. That was all me.
Come in the water. It's fine. It's beautiful.
I am the voice of reason right now.
So,
Livy is dead.
Dead people don't talk.
What are you doing?
She's going to try Sparky's suggestion. She pulls out her bow and she tries to reach for the line that Wander shot. Try to pull herself a little bit closer and see if she can reach for Livy. Well, yeah, down in the water.
All right, so you can, but they're going to make an attack against you as you reach your hand into the water.
I'm going to pull out.
I mean,
This will be at disadvantage because it's pretty much the same as shooting into the waters. So it will be a 15. Will a 15 hit you?
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
Yep.
It does.
Okay. How many?
This is going to hurt.
Yeah. Eight. Now,
Okay.
where was that roll when?
Yeah, I'm like,
What did we have? We had like
TPK, one shot. Just gonna
Livy, you pansy.
yeah. How did she just fall unconscious when they're just hardly even making a dent? No, it hurts.
I
It
drink
hurts.
lots of milk on the farm.
But yes, you managed to grab Livy, absolutely. And I'll need you to make a strength check, please, as you try and lift her out of the water. You do have all of these things helping you, So consider that advantage for that. All right, yeah. You pull her out of the water. You are still a little bit unsteady, but because you're holding on to two different things and everything, you are all good, and Livy is out of the water. While you are out of the water,
There's got to be a
you
fish
are not
hanging from
in,
her.
yeah, obviously not in so much. Okay, so that is very good. Well done. Wanda, obviously you see Madalina struggling, trying to balance and everything, but she has managed to pull Livy out of the water away from the fish's reach. However, she does look a little bit injured.
Okay. So
Just a little bit.
just tiny.
Like, don't even nod on.
It's just a flesh
doesn't
wound.
fish?
So
Exactly.
So what Wanda does, so she's pegged the rope down so it's nice and secure and tight,
Mm-hmm.
and then she crawls on the rope,
Okay.
sort of like a ninja crawl, slowly. Basically, the little fish are trying to snap at it, which doesn't work. So she basically crawls over where Livy and Mad is. She goes to see if she basically lands on the rock face where they are, and overall checks Livy and sees if she can heal Livy to bring her back to consciousness.
All right. Well, first we need to make an easy athletics check.
Yep.
That is well and truly fine. So yes, you do manage to get there, and you're going to either, do you want to cast a spell, or do you want to just try and
Stabilizer.
bind her
Heal.
wounds?
I think I might stabilize her and blind her wounds.
All right. So we need to make a medicine check.
Yep.
Please pass.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wonder.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
So yes, standing on the rock, you manage to pull out your medicine kit and start to bind Madalina's wounds. And she,
Madalina now.
not Madalina. I'm sorry. She's her
You put on.
her things there. Livy's wounds, and you are now stable, Livy.
Livy will like gasp for air, like like when you wake up from when you're falling in a dream, just kind of like.
You're not conscious.
Ow, my leg! Ow! 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 Oh my!
You're not conscious. You're stable.
Oh, I thought she woke up. Okay, never mind.
You thought of it.
You just don't have to make checks anymore. You're not dying.
Yay!
Who you gonna call Wonder?
Not dying is a bonus.
All right. So yeah, in the alternate reality, in the dream, yeah. Oh, good. So yes, you have managed to do that. Sparky.
He's on the air.
All right. So seeing that the situation is handled, he's kind of quotation fingers on that. He's also going to use the rope to his advantage to get over to the other side.
All right. It's an easy athletics check.
Okay. Let's see how that goes for him.
Oh,
That is a... Man, that die is hard to read. 12, 11.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You are absolutely
Okay, so-
fine.
All right, so he gets
Right in the
himself
middle,
over-
you dangle extra close to the water, and it freaks you out for a second, but you manage to make your way over.
Okay. And but then he has a moment and he goes, "Oh shit." Wait. I guess we want to come back, so we want to leave this line here. He takes the arrow out, and takes another one of those stakes, ties it around it, and makes it taut and hammers that into the wood, and hands the arrow back to Wonder.
Okay.
Is she gonna be okay, Wonder?
Yes, everything's his feet, but she's gonna be
I
fine.
don't think you could have used this as a great opportunity. She'll never walk again.
All right, so we can drop out of initiative, and Madalina just needs to make her way across. But we won't drop just yet, because if Madalina falls, we're still in initiative. So, Madalina, how are you going to make it the rest of the way?
I'm going to kind of shift my weight over to the rope that Wonder cast and untie myself from Sparky's rope and make my way the rest of the way across.
Okay, it's an easy athletics check.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
It's just like climbing a rope. Yep, you're fine. So you make it across. All right, so now you can drop out of initiative. So
Nice.
you make it across to the other side. You because you've seen the fish, you can see them sort of like gnawing away at a little bit of Livy's flesh that they've managed to rip off. But she is fine. She is bandaged, and they seem to be still quite ravenous. And you realize that that's actually a pretty dangerous crossing, unbeknownst to everyone. And perhaps you should report that so that they can put some signs up that or deal with this this problem when you get back to town.
Wait. Ain't that some shit? I mean, like, we need to wake her, though. I think you may have to. I don't know.
So
I know you sealed her up.
Honestly,
some
I
description.
think not waking her is a better idea. She's going to be in so much pain when she wakes up.
Yeah, she'll either need magical healing or she will need a short rest. It's up to the party.
I say, why don't we just set up camp and rest for a little bit?
Okay. So you may all spend your short rest hit die if you wish, including Livy.
I think the sisters are the only ones that took damage there, so.
Yep, that's correct.
Right back to full health.
Short rest
She's
hit
really
die.
because that leg is not healed.
You can roll 1 or 2, and you are a ranger, so they would be D8s for you. You can choose how many you roll.
1 or 2.
Rangers D10.
D10, sorry, my fault. D8 was back in 3.5.
Right.
Right, so you get 4 hit points back, and that's you get your Constitution modifier on top of that, if you've got a Constitution modifier.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So you are rested. You've had a bit of a bite to eat.
Was it fish?
No.
That was kind of funny when you fell in there, Liv, but not the outcome. How's your leg?
Well, maybe it's a good thing I've taken a break from fence.
Can you walk on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Favors her good leg.
Sparky can carry you if that's okay.
She laughed. She's like, I'd like to
Sparky
see
looks
try.
up to Wonder and goes, "Really?" Huh.
All right, so we've made it across. All right. Do you guys want to say or do anything else here before we move on?
Let's go.
All right.
Mad, you know where the plant is now, right?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Somewhere
It's not far from here. It's not far from here.
somewhere around here. It shouldn't be too far.
Okay.
So not too far downstream, you find a path.
Hey, look, a path.
A path.
Oh,
That's right.
Paul!
Don't make fun of me.
We actually have a track.
No, I'm sorry.
It's a path.
I wasn't trying. Like,
As long as
you
there's
said,
no doorways,
you
Mary was just fine.
said that there was a path, and then no one said anything. So I was trying to be like Livy, being just like Captain Obvious. Look, a path.
No, you don't say. Is that what it is?
All right.
Wow, you really must have got screwed up by those fish there, Livy.
The brain.
I'm just saying.
Yep. She's had a little bit of blood loss today.
Yeah, I noticed.
All right. So, excuse me.
Fishy?
So you're in a bit of a part of the woods. Again, yeah, this path is really pretty much just, it's been going now for about 10 minutes or so. And yeah, just woods, pretty little flowers and things. You don't spot any evidence of Fangalroot just yet. You know it comes from a particular tree. And you haven't seen that tree just yet. You know what it looks like. And you come to this part of the path. You can decide what you guys want to do. Basically, what you see around you is what you've been seeing. Trees, flowers, rocks, path. As you explore a little bit, I will start to reveal to you more of the map. Oops.
So slow down, ladies. No reason to be hasty here. You know what happened with the wolves.
Liz kind of looked at Sparky and just kind of like, it's just like, you're the one being slow.
Come on, shut stack.
I got little legs, all right? Leave me alone. I can't help it.
All right, so this is where you are. That's what you can see from here, Livy. You can see that the path splits. Part of it goes up to sort of like the northeast, and it ends sort of over here. There's a little nice little stone outcropping, and this way you can't see where it ends just yet. And as you get closer there, I will reveal this to you.
Bless you.
Oh, it's like a Trent died in a pool of water.
Nope. So
What the hell is that?
This looks like a hand, and that looks like a hand. So it's obviously a tree person.
It looks like a Groot.
all right.
How many people have you seen, Livy?
As you come into this grove area, the tree that is in the center of the water over there starts to move and groan and starts to very slowly turn towards you.
Awesome. She would greet it. She's like, hello. Care if I sit for a spell?
All right, 1 second.
Yeah. Sparky follows Ms. Angry
She'd go to
around the other way.
sit right here at the edge of the water on the rock.
Why have you come?
Why have you come? We are looking for Fangalroot. Me and my companions, which are, she looks around. There's Wander there. I'm Livy, and over there is Madalena and Sparky. Is that you?
You take my root?
Are you Fangalroot? Hey guys, it's a name.
It's a name of a tree.
Yeah.
I am one of Fangal kind. You take my root.
Well, we have not taken it yet, but obviously now knowing that it belongs to you,
Part of us, not belong to us.
When it's put that way, this does make it an
Me
interesting
take your toe?
Well, actually, funny
We
enough,
like your toes.
well, considering how bad my is right now, and thankfully hasn't got infected, I'd be really to probably trade because, but again, I think a stump of a leg would probably get more infected faster. Yeah, but this is an interesting predicament. I have never met a Fangal kind for. So,
Hey Matt, can you kill the tornado tracker?
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
I don't think we're gonna be like. That does sound pretty horrible. Like, why should he give up a root if we won't give up?
What is your name, sir?
Not all are like us. Some not speak, but all have pain.
Understandable.
Is there enough room for him to walk through this area?
Yeah.
Over here to get over to where that is?
Yeah. You can see, though, that the tree is quite large and it definitely has reach.
No, yeah, certainly. I mean, I'm not saying that. All right,
yes.
well, sir, what is your name, sir?
Fangal.
Name not.
See, I didn't think it was
I think Fangal
Fangalroot.
suits you.
I think that's the name of the. I think that's the name that we named.
Well,
what they produce.
We Fangal kind.
Species.
oh, Mr.
See. Well, sir,
We
do
not
need
have gender like you.
Well.
Oh, well. I mean, no disrespect, but we do need. Is there any way that we could procure some of that by not injuring any of your kind?
We not know how. Like taking your toe.
I think
I don't want to take your toe.
We not want your toe.
And we didn't realize your toe was going to be something that we'd be taking, sir. I'm being very honest. And I'm sorry for calling you sir again. is there maybe a way we could come to an agreement?
What we agreeing about?
And then quietly, Sparky walks over, leans to Livy and goes, "Why do we need this again?"
I'm pretty sure it was to help with either there was the caravan guy that we were helping, but I think he's fine, but I think it has something to do with enchantment.
Oh, okay.
This is me, because Livy, she'd remember this, but me, I've been trying to go like, wait, what was it for again? Ah!
When the caravan guy came to, he said a single word, and it was Fangalroot.
Single word. Yeah. Well, this is it here. Our friend is dying, and we found that the properties of your wood very healing. Is there maybe I don't know. You don't like shed or anything, do you?
He says, parts of us age and parts of us fall if
Livy,
time of year right. Like seeds that spread during the spring, or leaves that fall during the fall.
Yeah. What time of year is it, Matt?
You decide.
Winter.
It's spring. It's
winter, spring.
autumn.
I am fine with whatever, as long as there is a decision made.
Yeah. No, spring works good. I was gonna say late spring, almost summer.
All right, late spring, almost summer. Done.
Yeah.
All right, so
again, I don't think any of us want to give up toes. So
we want your toes.
And we don't particularly want yours either. But I think this idea of things maybe dropping from you, or your kind, we may be able to use that.
Ash, my friend here, Wonder, she might be able to assist you. She's a druid. I'm not even sure if that really means much. Anyways.
He looks over. I'm guessing you're like gesturing over to her.
Yeah, she'd have gestured, be like, my friend Wonder here.
A big branchy hand slowly comes down towards Wanda. Says, "You druid, me smell," and puts his hand over. You can get away, or you can let him pick you up.
Unhand me, you monster.
Livy's a little jealous. This is really cool. I want to be picked up next.
Yeah, I'll get picked up.
Not a bride.
He lifts you up and pulls you close to the trunk of the tree, and everyone will see the whole tree just go. And then he will put you down back to where you were and says, Druids smell like nature. Druids smell good.
I went to school with druids.
What did George smell like that smells so good?
Like good berry.
Yes.
Okay. Very it is.
Yeah, apparently you smell like good berry.
Matt's gonna try a slightly different approach.
Okay.
She would
Like grabs from the back.
she would like to ask
Oh, come on.
if he has seen any kind of strange activity in the forest. And she will mention like the wolf attacks to him and how the wolves are kind of acting really strangely.
Yep. You say, long years have passed since we saw. Hang on. I need to look up my note here. 1 second.
You sound like a robot.
Nope, it does not sound like a robot, just deep and slow.
It's like sloth.
Hang on 1 second. Where are we? Oh, I had to reload that too, didn't I? What did I call the big people earlier?
Large kid.
Large kid.
Well,
Hey, many years have passed since we saw large kin. At least till last week, when large kin came by once more. They spoke of howls and shadow wolves. Disturbed are we, for large kin say they not return.
Huh. Interesting. She kind of looks up.
You seen shadow howls?
Yes, quite a few of them actually, and they've attacked my friends here, and they've seriously injured another man who we are trying to find some help for.
The tree sort of bristles. We not happy that you are hurt. We, and it pauses for a minute. So it says, how we may help.
Okay, so does anyone? Because I don't know what to do.
He wants to help, right? That's what I heard.
Seems that way.
Well, as Livy's just kind of laying there, seeming like she's dozing or something, she'll just kind of speak up, like, well, help. Let's see. We got rid of, I think, all but 1 or 2 of those wolves. We're looking, well, Fangalroot is our current thing, but again, that's just probably something we just will have to go with that because
You know, they seem to be drawn to a source on my property, but I'm yet to discover what exactly it is. Perhaps your kind could help provide us with some protection.
We protect how?
You be the eyes. When you see them coming, you send warning. Can you speak to the animals?
Speak? No. We know animals.
You have a way of conveying messages to them. A way to warn, like, say, if you notice that there are those wolves roaming around, make the birds fly up into the air. That'd be like a warning. A flock of them. You know, there's trouble.
We could blow west when wind is east. You see
That'd work.
tree go other way.
Good work.
Yeah, that would work just fine, I think. But that doesn't change that we need a bit of your root.
It's a terrible sacrifice to have to make. I suppose if we...
Heck? That
Huh?
was weird. Nothing. No, I'm just yelling at my computer. Sorry.
Okay. It's a terrible sacrifice to ask of you. You know, to give up any of what you are, because again, I wouldn't want to give up my toe, even though my leg is a pain right now. I still wouldn't want to give
You
it
almost
up.
did today, though.
But if those wolves and whatever the thing is that my brain is forgetting, we help take care of those
Never.
things.
Does he have a specific toe that he wants?
We don't know.
He doesn't want our toes, and that's why I
He
live.
says, he says, we send word to other Fangal kind. If root not part anymore, we send word to you, and you take root that not part anymore.
That sounds like an even better idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
You're very wise. You're very wise, Master Tree.
He,
Of course.
he again takes a deep breath, and you see some writhing through
Dude, just
the
let me
glade
fill.
of
Just,
roots through the glade that are sort of working their
but
way through
River's
the.
lying on the ground. Does she feel like ripples?
Oh yeah, she feels it.
Awesome.
And after a few minutes, he says, "We found root that not part anymore. You can take root." And he will basically tell you where you can collect this root from.
Livy will stretch.
It was very
Get
nice
up.
of you.
Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you
Very
for your
generous
time.
gift.
I
Thank
would.
you so much.
He says, one thing. You have what you need. We not have what we need.
And what would you
Well, you
like?
can have the druid. He says, and then laughs very hard.
We not want good berry druid.
What would you like? What need have you that we can give?
You go to large kin camp and see why they return. You
Alright.
make sure they leave once more and say they not return again.
What if they have a really good reason for their return? Like, what if they want to help cultivate your forest?
They not cultivate. They crush. They eat. They take. They hurt us.
Fine. Well then, we shall hop to it.
Else
And then we'll come back and report.
there will be war once more.
No war.
Wouldn't want that.
You don't want
No.
war. No war.
And he settles down and he says, "You go to Large Kin Cap. We will be watching."
Well, you.
And Larchkin Camp is
Yep.
where?
Yeah. Where are we going?
He says, "Far, far from here. Through
By the way, Ash-
the forest. If you
Do you have a
go,
time frame for this, Ash?
I think they have all the time in the world, honestly.
Time nothing to us.
How
I-
many sunrises?
There we go.
We have a thing here in the next couple
Your
of days. I'm
preference.
sorry. Yeah.
Another game somewhere else.
When summer turns to season next, we expect this done.
So
Oh,
this
that's
camp
like
is
forever.
how many suns from here?
That's
That's
like
like-
3.5 months away.
All
Yeah.
the time in the world.
Yeah. We got forever.
Wait, okay, so
Unless you
that's
have
how
a
much.
problem.
Because we're currently at the end of spring coming into summer, and he says when summer changes, then it will be. So it's like 3.5 months.
Perfect. So it's like and it's like now. You know what I mean? End of May. You know what I mean? Early June. Perfect.
He says, "You follow road not far from here to Juniper Town. There to the east lie camp.
Okay.
Careful you should be. Large kin are not what they seem."
So they're aggressive.
To us, they are.
So that mean they wouldn't be to us.
We not know. We remember. Trade.
Was Wonder still being held up in the air?
No, he put her down.
Or do you put her down? Okay.
Otherwise, she probably
Um,
would have been crushed when he got really angry and started talking about war. But no, he was kind of.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure she was all right. Well, would you mind if when we come back, if we need, could we gain more wisdom for you, from you, Ash?
I would very much love to come and hear all of your stories and wisdom.
He sort of pauses and sort of says, "We not speak. Stories are past. Present is now. We
Aww.
not want past redone. We remember pain." And there is just this palpable sadness in the air.
Ugh. I feel for you, and you're kind. Ladies, do you have anything else to say that's not named Livy?
It's really emotional, but they're really
I
scared.
don't have anything to say that's Livy.
Can you maybe think of anything that might have caused these large kin to attack you? Like maybe they were harvesting wood for, I don't know, building or...
They not harvest no more.
Whoa.
I think we got that one.
Angry. Angry. You're making him angry.
No
That's
reason for
That's hair just like
or
a fan just turned
death.
on. It's
Angry's
Yeah.
angry.
she's feeling a little bit of tree
Yeah.
spittle on her right now.
Angry. You're making him angry.
A little bit of sap.
Yeah.
Feisty.
Yeah. So,
All right. So
right.
basically,
full.
you've got the Fangalroot. You were able to, with his guidance, get it without hurting them. You also know that these large kin are near Juniper Town, to the east of Juniper Town. Juniper Town is the halfway point between here and Estonport. Estonport is where you need to be to get your inheritance. So it's convenient, that you need that this is on the way conveniently. That's where we're at right now. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I certainly wanted to head back and retrieve our ropes, and try to retrieve
want
the
to go
other stakes. I have 10 of them.
Okay.
You want to do what?
Well, we have to go back.
Did
We
you
have
not
to go back and retrieve. Wait, hold on, Wonder. Give me just one moment. We have to go back and give the Fangalroot to the merchant, and the merchant is going to be helping our friend back in town.
right?
There, and then, I know at least Livy and we have a caravan we have to escort. We got a letter of talking of an inheritance, I believe. There's an invitation for you guys to talk that you have them too.
What?
We all did.
I got one too. She like pulls it out of her back pocket and opens it up, kind of shows it to everyone.
Yeah, they're all
It
identical.
looks just like my letter.
And mine.
Yeah. Do you have a letter?
He is like
Wanda?
going, oh my gosh, we are all destined to be great friends. Like, yeah, what are the chances of all of us having the same letter?
Apparently very good, Livy.
Yeah, this is destined.
Together.
This is so
forever.
wonderful.
Wanda, do you have such a letter?
Yes, I have the exact
Yes,
same one as you guys.
All right. So what I'm going
This
to
is
do
very bizarre.
is, I know that that's bizarre, but I want to fast track us to our next part, if that is okay with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, you are able to take the Fangalroot back to town. You are able to heal up the caravan master with the Fangalroot. He will not come to until you use it. The cleric who is in town, who you guys have met before, he will be the one that is able to make that poultice with the Fangalroot. You'll know how to treat it, and he will be able to bring the caravan master back. The caravan master, in turn, will come to see your friend, the stable master, who is in the cellar and is roped up. When he assesses the situation. He finds that it is not the rope that is the problem. He finds that the man, Riddick, he is wearing a belt. And apparently this belt is the reason for the rope doing what it is doing. It is not the actual rope itself. What he finds is that he's unable to do anything right at this moment. However, if we bring him with us in the caravan, bring Riddick with us when we get to Estonport, that is the caravan master's home. That's where his base of operations is, and he believes that he'll have the equipment and necessary ingredients stored there that will be able to help Riddick be freed from this affliction. He does say that whatever this belt is, or appears to be, it is actually a cursed item.
Okay. Well,
and he cannot undo this curse currently.
So as I said and didn't do last time, I would like to, look at the belt a bit. His belly when he pulls up his midsection, but he fights his compulsion. Because he doesn't want to do something bad to his friend. But he would like to cast Identify on it and see if he can figure out what the belt is exactly.
You identify it first as a belt of giant strength. And then something else.
Right, and his eyes open wide.
Something else kicks in, and it basically says, no, this seems to be a belt of giant strength, but in fact it is a cursed item.
This is a very interesting enchantment on this belt. It appears on the surface to be a belt of giant strength, but then when I studied a bit longer, this is definitely cursed. It's gonna take some doing.
You think that if you
Riddick.
have had the caravan master's help, that you would not have identified it as anything apart from a belt of giant strength.
And it looks like it's got the same inscriptions as Wonders.
Crazy.
It's got the same.
So he's still gagged though, right? There's nothing we can do to ungag him. So we can't talk to Riddick.
No, not really. You can feed him.
Okay. Good. I mean, giving him sustenance is very important. I just wanted to maybe see if we could ask him what the person looked like, but if he can't communicate to us, then it's not going to be helpful.
Yeah. So you can definitely give him enough sustenance to live, but he will not really be able to talk to you.
Yeah, I understand.
That's just. I'm just gonna say it's a plot. It's part of the plot. So,
yeah. No, perfect.
So, but in time, you'll be able to speak to him. Good boy.
Wonderful.
Yep. All right. So we've done all of that. We can take Riddick with us in the caravan. The caravan master basically spends a little bit of the day selling some of his wares to pay for the journey, and basically will be ready to depart on the following day. Does anyone else have any final things that they would like to do before we actually get on the road towards Estonport in order to get our inheritance? Obviously, along the way will be Juniper Town, which is our first stop, but that's like it's like a 4 or 5 day journey from here.
Yeah.
So, anything else that you want to do to wrap up
Well,
here? Do it
Yeah,
now,
Zook would like to
and
go back to his
let's
shop.
keep it quick.
Yeah, Zook would like to go back to his shop and investigate what happened with his damn box. You know what I mean? To see if he can get Eustace out of it, because hopefully he'll be here next session. You know?
Yeah. You're able to figure out what the problem is, but there is a simple spring that somehow fell out of the box, and unfortunately you don't have one. But you think that when you replace the spring, that you should be able to fix it right up.
Yeah, he would talk with the caravan master to see if he'll explain it and see if maybe that's something that we'd be able to locate on the road.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of says that in Juniper Town, it's slightly bigger than this city that we're in. It's not very large here. A couple of hundred people.
No.
So Juniper Town is more like 1,000 people. He says that maybe someone there might have something like that. But yeah.
Wonderful. That sounds great. Yeah, that's all I got. And as he leaves his shop, he for the first time turns off his sign because he's not going to be there for some time.
Oh.
And as you turn off the sign, you hear
Gas down, rats! He closes and locks the door.
Okay. Cool. Anyone else want to do anything really quick before we get on the road?
Sparky will deal with the Reddit problem when he gets back.
No.
Cool. All right. Let us transition. Oops. So I'm going to finish about 1:30 so that you guys can have a quick break before your next game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Going to Isengard.
To Isengard?
Just thought I'd check that in there.
Fantastic!
God, good God.
We got to Rainbow Road.
I get my towns mixed up. Ah.
Okay. The going has been dreary as can be. The caravan makes its way through peaceful wood and vale. It's about midday on the 4th day of your journey when you round a corner to spot Juniper Town. The poor village is literally split in half by a 30-foot wide road that passes right through it. Being the last town for several days, the caravan needs to stop here to replenish supplies and rest. The village is quaint. Thin cobblestone buildings with hay-thatched roofs line the streets. Grain silos accentuate the fact that the town is a farming village. You hear the occasional moo of cows and cluck of hens. Past the buildings on the east side of town, hills rise abruptly from the ground, large granite boulders protruding from their otherwise pleasantly grassed tops. You can see that on the north edge of town there is an oak pine forest, and the smaller, closer trees remind you that the weather is slowly turning cooler, as the non-evergreens blush and blanch in the colours and hues of sunset. Beside the forest, you can see the occasional glint of the sun, reflected off what looks from here like some sort of stream. To the south of town from whence you approached, Sprawling farms dominated the landscape for about the last half hour or so of your journey. As the caravan sets up camp, 2 worried guards watch on, shifting their weight uneasily in poorly fitting iron breastplates. They wield weathered halberds that look a couple of grades from blunt and have feather-plumed caps that wave in the wind. The only sound that mars the pleasant scene is the occasional cough and the sounds of women crying, issuing from several of the small private residences that line the road. There is a trading stall set up in the street outside one of the houses where 2 adults barter reservedly. There is a slight worried look on their faces. How do you?
Let us go to them.
As we're kind of heading into town, I think Madalena would like to cast Detect Poison and Diseases.
Okay. Where are you casting this and what on?
So wherever the area where she's hearing people like coughing and the nearest building.
Okay. You absolutely do not detect any poison or disease.
Okay. Finn. Hey guys, why don't we go talk to those guards over there and see if they've have any news, maybe about wolf attacks or vampire.
Don't necessarily want to be too nosy either, but if we are able to help them, it would be.
It's happening again, Mary.
Yay for internet.
So yeah, so Zook, I'll take over. So Zook looks and goes, well, does the stable master have a name? I mean, sorry, not the stable master, the caravan master.
One
I'm
sec.
sure by now we would have learned that.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see if I've got anything written down. 1 second.
His name is Esteban.
Esteban. If I don't have a name written down, then his name is Esteban. It's Hedison.
Hedison, okay.
Hedison the caravan
That's
master.
All right. Well, Hedison, do we have any pressing business in this town? I understand that I was interested in trying to find the spring to let out Eustace. And he pulls the box out. He goes, "You still good in there, buddy?" Okay. I hope there's food or something. I don't know. It's weird. You've been in there a couple days. And he puts it back. He puts it back in his back. Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of have that business, but
All right.
it's
So
a bit weird that they're so skittish there at the gate.
Hedison just
I don't
says,
travel much.
"Look, we obviously need to replenish our supplies. Apart from that, like this is just the halfway point. There's roofs to sleep under here, where there hasn't been for the last few days, as you know, been just sleeping out. So it's a bit more pleasant. There's nice people here. So we stop here each time and just have a proper rest and then go the rest of the way. which is about the same amount of time. It's a little bit longer to Western Port from here, but it's like 5 days instead of like 4.5.
And this is where we need to look around for these largekin?
To the east.
To the east of here. Okay.
What if the largekin have been disrupting the town?
That sounds like a
Man, Angry, you are so on point every time.
So you can see that I'll just reiterate for you. So you've come from the south to the north of town. So the way that you're heading, there's a forest. Then to the east, there's hills. And so that's hills, north is the forest, south is where we came from. And I think the west side of town is where that little stream is that you can catch glinting. Yeah, so. Yeah.
I stay away from the water.
Oh, yes.
Last time.
Stay away from the forest as well.
I can see the whole town from up here.
Didn't that Fangalroot kin say that the camp was to the east?
That's correct. And to the east of here,
but
you can only really see hills and mountains. Can't see very much.
But we have quite a long time before we have to do that, Matt.
We
We should definitely look into this inheritance first.
Well, we can find out, and like what Matt said, if they're involved with what's troubling the town, seemingly. And we may be shooting two birds with one stone.
Okay, so you're going to approach one of the guards?
Mad isn't, because Mad is a farmer and she's not sure how that will
go. All right. So who is approaching the guard?
I got this.
I'll supervise Sparky so he doesn't dig himself a hole.
Okay. when approached, the guard will introduce himself. He says that his name is Guard Dale.
Dale.
And
the other one, Chip.
Yes.
Yes! Chip and Dale.
This is my friend Chip.
Just please the Rangers, right?
And that he says that the crying coming from the houses is not a normal occurrence. You see, we've had a terrible tragedy. It seems that several of the town's children have been taken by the Grue. Do you know of the Grue?
No, I haven't grown in years.
Mary, your ears perk up. You desperately want to know what this thing is. Let's see if you know anything. History 19. Okay.
Yeah, you know, Grue.
Okay.
Oh, I have.
Right. You know that a Grue is a fairy tale, right? It is. Hang on. I've got this. It is completely fictional. Okay.
Thank you, Chloe. Thank you.
And the description,
Very good.
I will pause for a moment and let you just breathe and stop. Right. So the description of the Grue in these tales is a horrifying creature with massive claws and teeth that preys on those who wander into its cave. but you know this to be a fairy tale, a complete untruth.
Oh, really?
And it
Darn.
looks like this man is absolutely terrified as he starts to say, "Do you know the groove?" Yeah.
It seems so
And he looks
strange
him
because
dead straight in the face. Sorry.
Because Livy,
I wasn't making a joke.
she's kind of like Luna Lovegood, where she believes in strange stuff. So for her to be like, oh, it's just a fairy tale. It's like, huh, interesting.
So as you pause and think about this, he sort of interjects before you can even answer him. He says, "The Gru is a horrifying creature, with massive claws and teeth, and it preys on those who wander into its cave. We believe that these innocent children were playing and were taken by the terrifying Gru. None of us really have experience with fighting such a terrifying abomination. We are simple guards and fend off bandits and the like, but the Gru is so fearsome that we are terrified about the lost children." And you can tell that he is absolutely believing every last word that he is saying.
And when he gets the last word out, she will just, wow, you really get into character.
He looks at you like
Hey, Liv.
shocked. He's like, "How dare you? Our children have gone missing and you presume to tell me that I'm some sort of character? What is this?"
Like, you're talking about the crew. Like, okay,
I
there's a
believe you
lot
really
of lore
believe this,
things.
then.
Well, but no, the Gru stuff that's been proven fictional. Like, and believe me, there's a lot of wild things out there that I'm pretty sure do exist, because why else would they be talked about? But the Gru, no, someone probably had just, I don't know. There was probably some, I believe it was orcs were coming in and taking the kids, but they didn't ever see it, and so they just gave it a big spooky name to, one, try and terrify the children to stay inside instead of going outside and getting kidnapped and whatnot. So it's really
Seems
just,
you know more about this than we do. I
Madalena,
suppose that you should report immediately to the mayor and tell him about this, because I don't know what you're talking about. And if you're lying, I swear I'll...
she just smiled, like she's still just like, wow, I like that guy. Walks off.
I'll thong you. There'll be pain.
lots and lots of pain.
Yes.
Oh, we should find out where
Madalena
he...
kind of grabs Livy's arm and whispers softly to her, "He thinks it's real. Like, he really thinks it's real."
Well, that's a sign of a good actor, making you think that he thinks that's
Livy!
real.
I don't.
You
I
may,
really.
if you like, roll an insight check as well. Anyone that wishes to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Livy's not. She is full on. What a great actor. That was amazing.
I don't
Oh
know
my
that
gosh.
18.
I love Livy so much.
18. He absolutely believes what he's saying.
18 for Mr. Zook.
He believes it 100%.
Yeah. You're kind of making fun of him a bit here, Livy. He believes this wholeheartedly.
Mhm.
I think you've offended him, maybe.
What? No, I was complimenting him. It was amazing. It was a very moving performance. Like, I almost believed it.
So for
I
everyone
don't believe he
else,
thought that way.
for everyone else who listens to him, and he goes on, like he doesn't stop.
Shouting
so
after them as they're walking off to them.
Yeah, well, not as they're walking off, but before they walk off, he says that the children went missing down the river. They play there every day, and nothing, untoward normally happens. Small town. They play without supervision as they do every single day. None of us are skilled to kill a Gru. They would never fight that. Their claws are the size of swords, and their teeth are like long daggers. And they live in caves and feast on human flesh in the dead of night.
So, the kids playing in the river, yes?
Near the river.
Yeah. Okay. But there's possibility they could have fallen in.
Well,
Because you see, my leg here, she'll like show and tell with all the scabs and whatnot. It's like, yeah, there's some nasty fish in the river we experienced a little farther under, but it's possible that they came upstream or downstream or whichever way that they are.
Okay, so for one, you can say that. That's fine. As you do, your druid friend would be able to tell you that there's no way that those two streams would connect. You've gone in completely a different direction. To
Right.
what direction?
So,
heading.
okay, go ahead, sorry.
But yeah, you can say that, and the guard will be like, "We've seen no fish. I mean, it's a big river, but no fish."
Can you show us if you've seen any like tracks or
So it
is there-
says the guards have searched up and down the river with no luck. And then they heard the moanings of the Gru coming from deep within the dark cave, and none of them were willing to go in there.
this creature leaves no tracks or sign that it's been about? That is wow.
That's why I think it's the fish. The kids fell into the water. You saw
Right.
Right. And then very quickly, Sparky grabs into his pack and it grabs onto his sending stone. I can say 25 words to Mary that nobody else will be able to hear besides her and I, and she can say 25 words back to me. Whatever, we can count that if you want. Hey, Liv, and you can hear it in your head. Just drop it. He believes this, sweetie. He does. You know, perception is almost the most important of reality. Let's just drop it.
You're the one who's
And you can answer that.
persisting. You're the one who keeps insisting that he believes it. I've dropped it.
Because he does. And that's about all I can say. I mean, that's pretty close to it.
All right, cool. So that's that. The very last thing that the guard says is, we have a small town hall. You can see the rounded stone pillars over there. Sort of doubles for a place of worship. Off the side, there is a bit of a temple and some priests, but that's where the mayor is.
Yeah, we'll head there. Thank you very much, sir. Good luck with the Gru.
He shudders.
As we're kind of walking away, Madalena insists that we help these people. We don't have to do it right now, but maybe get some provisions, rest up, look around town a little bit. But we need to make plans to help these people with the Gru.
Do we have enough time, Hudson, to do that?
We will make time because these people clearly need our help.
And to figure out why.
Oh, I'm not saying that I don't have time, but we can't leave the caravan there angry.
How long is the caravan? How long until we have to head out, I guess?
Oh, well, they can stay there for another day if absolutely necessary.
Okay, and we still have to deal with the problem of the large kin.
Mm-hmm. If you want to do that soon, it's kind of up to you.
Okay, well.
Oh no, we have to
so then we
pay.
know.
Well, I say that we talk with the mayor, and then we can find out what the town needs. I'm very much with you on this, Mad.
Okay, so yeah, you can head to the building that he described. opening up the doors. It's finely appointed for such a small town. It's fairly nice in here whilst still clearly being common. There's a stone walkway and an green carpet and a couple of ceramic urns lining the walls. Behind a stately table sits the dwarven mayor. His name is emblazoned on a plaque that is on the table. Danzig Rockbottom. 1 second, and I will copy and paste that for you guys. He is a rather pompous-looking fellow, rather rotund, and he has a nice long black beard. He has clothing that has a slightly better quality than normal than a merchant and his and the customers outside. He is writing with a quill and ink. He has a furrowed brow and seems to be focusing on what he is writing.
Excuse me, sir.
He looks up
And
you can see his pen sprawl as he jumps as you address him. He goes, "Whoa! You ruined my letter! Oh, but welcome! I am Danzig Rockbottom. What business have you here?"
and Angry would feel a bit of a push in her back because she's the one that wants to do this, so she's going to be the one that talks.
So your guards, they told us of a creature, a terrible creature that's been taking children from the town, and that's terrible. We'd really like to
Okay.
help.
As you're talking, you see him listening to you, right? But you can see also, because you're paying attention to him, his eyes wander over to the table nearby him. And as you're talking, he's like nodding, and his hands slowly go over to something on the table, and they clasp this rather large pastry. It is about the size of a football. And as you're talking and he's nodding his head and he's like, yes, he lifts it up with both hands, and he lifts it up right in front, and you can see him just like, and then his eyes go towards the pastry, and he brings the pastry towards him slowly, trying not to interrupt you as you're speaking, and he slowly opens up his big mouth. He's like,
Before he takes a bite, though, she like, okay, oh my gosh, she's
that pose.
she's gonna be like, "Excuse me," and she's going to slap it.
Emotion.
all right. So as you say, "Excuse me," he bites down, right? and just cream just like all over his face, and he pulls it down, and it's like, oh, that's delicious. He says, "Yes," and he puts it down. And he says,
Oh,
Oh, that is disgusting.
"Yes. What were you saying?"
Oh my gosh.
angry right now. Listen, poor people, the children are missing. This creature has taken them, and you don't seem to care.
Oh, yes,
Who cares?
Rue, what a terrible story. It has taken the children. You must help. Please, you look like seasoned adventurers. Please.
Oh my gosh.
We're definitely adventurers.
I know exactly what Libby's gonna be saying as they walk away with this quest in hand. Oh my gosh. You know, this town's very trusting. Good thing we're good people, because I don't think most people should trust strangers to go fetch their children.
It's a good thing I took all those child grabbing classes.
Oh my god, you guys got the giggles bad.
My hair. Oh
My good word. That's hilarious.
As you guys deliberate over there, the dwarf's eyes rest back onto the pastry, and he's clearly pausing for a minute before you guys speak again.
The angstroms have been broken.
Mm-hmm.
That is quite something. That's hilarious.
Well,
I mean, so
it.
we'll be right on that. I'm gonna usher the ladies out of there because they're just laughing in this man's face. Because I'm taking it that you're doing this in game as well.
Livy's not laughing. Mary is laughing. Livy is standing there. In fact, she asked him if she noticed that his eyes were wandering back to his pastry.
So, Madalena is going to bluntly turn to the group and, guys, there's something really weird going on here. We've got people that are acting terrified, and then this.
Thank you for agreeing with me. Aren't they wonderful actors? It's like
Livy, no, Livy.
Mystery.
Livy.
Have you ever been to one of those dinner parties? This is going to be so much fun. Please tell me, this is a murder mystery, right?
Livy, no. Sit. No, Livy. This is not, they're not acting. I think someone is making them do this.
So as you're speaking, he says, "Oh yes, the brew. I would never go near one of those things. It will gobble me up just in a moment, like I'm gobbling this lovely pastry."
Making it worse, man.
Livy just looks back at the rest. It's like, you do agree this is a little over the top, right?
A little bit, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
So,
this does
see,
not
This
seem...
is why
Yeah, good.
I say they are very good actors. They are all in character. I don't know what the event is, or we just got into town. I'm sure someone we can figure out someone who could break character. We just got to go talk to enough people. But apparently the story is the children are gone missing. It's the Gru that's taking them, and maybe it's a festival for that it attracts tourists, and we just happen to be here. And oh my goodness, is there a prize if we find the kids?
They could probably tell us the story.
But yeah, because usually in a murder mystery, whoever figures out who the murderer is warden. So if there's probably other groups already looking. We just got here.
Livy, I highly doubt that is the case, and I would not accept such a prize. Let's see. I don't know what to do. I mean, these people are not acting right.
So as you're doing this and talking, he puts down the pastry for a moment, and he pulls open a drawer in the desk, and he puts his cream-covered fingers into the desk, and he pulls out this paper, and cream goes all over it, and he like holds it out to you, and with a mouth still half full, he says, "Whoa, oh, that's good. This is what we know." And tries to give you this piece of paper.
Excellent. She'll look at it expecting a nice checklist of was it the baker? Was it the maid? Was it at the town hall or at Shelby's ranch, or like things to check off? Like, nope, not here. Nope, not here.
So when you read, there are various entries about a terrifying creature of legend. One paragraph catches your eye. The Gru is a sinister lurking presence in the dark places of the earth with an insatiable appetite. Its favorite diet is adventurers or enchanters. Grus have sharp claws and fangs and an uncontrollable tendency to slaver and gurgle. They are certainly the most evil-tempered of all creatures. To say that they are touchy is a dangerous understatement.
She'll kind of chuckle. They like get it because they like to grab people. And anyways, nothing stuff that we already know. She kind of passes it on to whoever wants to hang on to it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I will get a course of action from you guys, and we will sort of finish.
We're gonna go find the kids.
Okay, so yep, you say to the mayor that you will be on his job to try and find these kids, and that is where we will finish off as Danzig Rockbottom reaches for his extremely large pastry and lifts it back up to his face to bite down on it once more.
And how does it go?
We will find the children. Olivia will say with equal theatricalness.
All right, and that is where we'll finish off our session for today. Thank you for everyone that has played. We will have a quick debrief off screen, and hopefully we'll see you again in a couple of weeks for the next chapter in our strange story. Hopefully this has been fun for everyone, but until next time, thank you and goodbye.